Hey there, hope you're having a wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to convert your Python program into an executable file, specifically an EXE file for Windows. So here I have my Flappy Bird game written in Python, and I do have a tutorial on how to code this Flappy Bird game. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the video description below. So in order to convert this Python program into an executable file, I'm going to click on search, and over here, I'm going to open command prompt. You can search for terminal or CMD to find this. Just open it. And what we're going to do is install a package. So you need to do pip install PyInstaller. Alright, so I've successfully installed PyInstaller. If you do not have pip installed on your computer, I do have a video tutorial on how to install pip, and I'll leave that video in the description below as well. And if that instruction did not work for you, you can try any of these commands and hopefully one of these installations will work for you. And just to confirm that we have PyInstaller installed, we can do pip list. And here you can see we have PyInstaller installed. Alright, so now within our command prompt, we need to go to our project folder. So if you don't know how to access the folder path of your project, you can just click on this, copy it, and type cd and paste it in here. And just hit enter. Okay, so we are now in our Flappy Bird project folder. Now, what we need to do is run a command to convert the Flappy Bird program into an executable. So here I'm going to do PyInstaller. And we need to specify the name of the Python file. So it is flappybird.py. And I'm going to pass in some flags. So --onefile. And this flag allows us to convert the Python code into one single executable file. And whenever you run your Python file, you might see the command prompt or terminal open. We don't want that in our executable. So here I'm going to add --noconsole. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter. Alright, so we finished building. And now in our project folder, you can see we have this build folder and this dist folder. Just click on the dist folder to open it. And here we have our executable. Now, if I double click to open it, you can see I get an error. And you might not have an error for yours, but for me, I have an error, and that is because my executable cannot find the images that are used in my Flappy Bird game. So we need to bundle the images with the Python code when we are converting it to an executable file. So over here, I have my Flappy Bird code, and if I run it, you can see we have some images. So in order to add the images, the first step we need to do is make sure that PyInstaller can find the images. So here I'm going to do import OS and import sys. And here I'm going to create a function, and I'll just call this resource_path. And we're going to take in one parameter, so I'm going to call this path. This will be the path to your resource, or it could just be the file name. So you can have images, music, font files, etc. So here we're going to do try base_path and assign it sys._mei pass. Except for all exceptions, we're going to do base path os.path.abs path, so absolute path dot. Okay. And then we're going to return os.path.join base_path and path. So essentially, this is going to make it so that PyInstaller will be able to find your images. So we need to actually call this function. So let's scroll to where we actually load the images. And here you can see I have a lot of images being loaded, and the path is just the image name since the images are in the same folder as this Python file. So we're just going to pass in the image name into the function that we defined earlier. So resource path. And I'm going to do the same for the other three files. So flappybird.png, toppipe.png, and bottompipe.png. Alright, so we've applied the changes to the images. Now what we need to do is repeat the same command, and you can actually pull up the previous command by just pressing the up arrow key. And here we're going to add --add-data, and inside the quotes, we're going to specify the image names. So I have bottompipe, toppipe, flappybirdbg, and flappybird. So here I'm going to do bottompipe.png semicolon dot, and we're going to close, and I'm going to repeat it again, add-data toppipe.png semicolon dot close -- add data flappybird.png, semicolon, dot, close, and one more time, flappybird.png, semicolon, dot, and close. And let's hit enter. Alright, so we finish, and now let's check the result. Alright, so let's go to the dist folder, and let's run the executable. Okay, so we have our Flappy Bird game. Now there's one more thing I want to add, and that is I want to change this icon. So in my Flappy Bird project folder, I have my Flappy Bird icon over here, and this is an icon file. So the file extension is .ico. If you want to take an image and convert it to an ICO, then you can use this free convert website online. So I'll link it in the video description below. So you can just upload an image file and it will convert it to an icon file. So we're going to repeat the same command as before. So I'm going to press the up arrow key, and here I'm going to add --icon equal to, and the name of the icon file is flappybird.icon.ico, and let's hit enter. Alright, so we finished building. Now let's go ahead and check our results. Alright, so if we go to our dist folder, you might notice that it still shows the previous icon, and that is because of Windows caching. So if you right click on this executable file and go to properties, you can see we are actually using the icon. So this will change if you restart your computer, or what you can do is just copy this and paste it here. And you can see we have our executable, and we can get rid of these folders and the spec file as well. So I can double click on this executable, and we have our Flappy Bird game. And the best part about this is you can share this executable file with anybody, and they don't even need to have Python installed on their computer to run it, okay? So that's how you can convert your Python code into an executable file. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure you give this video a like. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. And as always, if you want to stay up to date for more tutorials like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.